Do you know the definition of insanity? Einstein once stated that insanity is the continuous repetition of the same action over and over again, expecting a different outcome. This is no game. Resident Evil 1 is merely a controlled study of this phenomenon. But the journey does not start here, my friends. It begins in a time lost to most of us. A time before touchscreen cell phones, social media, and the ability to get your persona commissioned and not be shamed for it. The year was 1992. During this time, Tokuro Fujiwara walked up to Capcom and said, "Yo, let's remake this epic game I made called Sweet Home." For context, Sweet Home is a role-playing video game developed and published by Capcom for the Family Computer in 1989. It is based on the Japanese horror film of the same name and tells the story of a team of 5 filmmakers exploring an old mansion in search of precious paintings hidden there. And so Capcom replied with, "Sure, why not?" And so they had one of the legends, Shinji Mikami, help lead the charge by having him direct the project. Reminder, this is the same man who worked on games like Dino Crisis, God Hand, Vanquish, and The Evil Within, which is fucking amazing. Go check it out. After going through a few iterations, originally starting out as a 2D SNES game, then evolving into a third-person 3D game we know today on the PlayStation 1. Similarly to Sweet Home, its gameplay mainly consisted of quote-unquote action, exploration, puzzle solving, and inventory management. Despite my many misgivings of the game, this title has practically defined the survival horror genre we know today. It's damn near impossible to find a game that wears that badge that doesn't have some similarities or inspirations from it. Like many games from this very early era of, well, gaming, the story overall is quite simple, but as you may know, as the series goes on, it gets much more complicated. The year is 1998. As the title screen clearly tells you, there's been a string of unalivings on the outskirts of Raccoon City. The place sound familiar, eh? Well, it should, ding-dong. Why would you click a Resident Evil video if you don't even know Raccoon City? Home of my boy Leon Sex Kennedy. Yeah, that's what the S in his name stands for. No, don't fact-check me. Back to the plot. Raccoon City Police Department sends out STARS, which is like their big boy rescue team, to go and investigate. Apparently Bravo team forgot batteries in the radio and can't contact us, so we gotta go check up on them like the big bro we are. We find Bravo team's helicopter abandoned in the middle of the woods. Don't these silly billies know how many tax dollars the good people of Raccoon— Oh look, puppies! We enter a nearby mansion to escape, and that's when we are introduced to our dynamic team! There's Chris, the Boulder Redfield, Jill Sandwich Valentine, Albert, totally not the main bad guy Wesker, and Barry the Fourth Wheel Burton. Like all good advanced and elite teams, we decide to do the most strategically sound move.
What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
No, wait, that can't be right. That doesn't make any sense. There's only like 4 of us, and they're gone. I am alone. Deafening, isn't it? That's the actual game audio. Spooky, am I right? Ooh, look, it's someone's diary. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. It looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in the pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before they actually ate it. Well, that wasn't juicy at all. Wow, this basement is huge! Look, it's Enrico. He's part of Bravo team. What's good? Well, that was just rude. I wonder which mysterious character could have done that. We venture forth, discovering the evil laboratory of the evil company Umbrella Corp. Oh, hey, Wesker, how did you get in here?
I would never work for a company like Umbrella. And Wesker, you were formerly with Umbrella.
No, not you, Wesker! Who could have seen this bizarre twist? That guy looks familiar. Aw, he's sleepy. I'll just let him rest there. Come on, Becky, we gotta go! Jill decided to rig this place to blow before we actually got out. Aw, our little man woke up from his nap and now he's cranky. And just like that, we solved the mysterious string of murders. Wait, what was this about again? TLDR, it sucks! Ever think to yourself, yeah, changing directions on a whim is too easy. What if instead I could control my character like they were a tank? No? Me neither! That's right. If you hit right on the thumbstick, guess what? You don't go right. You start turning right. So when you get cramped in a hall with like 5 other zombies and you need precise controls to weave around them, you might as well boot up your save because that ain't happening. And let's have a moment to talk about saving in this game. It uses an ink ribbon system, which I'm sure many of you are aware of. This means that you have a limited amount of saves total. Better not use them all, or you'll soft lock yourself. I totally didn't do this during the Let's Play, and get this, they come in packs of 2, which is great for inventory management, because you can't just choose to carry one on you, so when it is used, the slot opens up. Nope, go eat shit. You gotta now go put the other one in the chest because we gotta eat up your time somehow. Hold up, check out this tier list of the worst people ever. See that person right there at the top? That's Hitler, of course. Now right above him is whoever the person is that invented inventory management in video games. If there's something that's ever made me just question my existence within this plane of reality, it's inventory management. And I'm not talking like Skyrim where it's like, don't hold on to a bunch of heavy shit. No, I'm talking about you got limited squares, each item takes a square, but some items can stack, and oh no, you can't drop the item, idiot, you gotta go find a box to put it in. It's not my fault you picked up the completely useless item that's now taking up 1/6 of your inventory. Not to mention the zombies AI either feels new-aged and advanced, or completely brain dead. I try to get through areas without shooting in order to preserve my ammo, and they'll either walk face first into the nearest wall or hit me with that go-go gadget extendo arms and chomp off a third of my health. Yet when I look at guides, they're all like, just knife him. You dense mother trucker, there's a conspiracy against me. My zombie specifically can reach much, much further than yours can. On the bright side, we do have a variety of enemies. We got regular Zambinos, Swamp Thing, Doggos, a snack, Weed Man, giant enemy spiders, and creepy crawlies. So you know what, I'll give it a plus for not just copping out and using the regular zombie and doggy. It's got some pizzazz, if you will. The game also has puzzles, which for the most part are actually pretty good. They do a good job at balancing the difficulty of them and how fun they should be. Except for that chemical math puzzle, that can burn in the fiery depths from which it came. If you haven't seen it, hear me out. If you ever wanted to know what it was like to be Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad, cooking meth with Walter for the first time,
What shall we use to conduct this beautiful current with? Wire. Copper.
just try this puzzle. Even with a walkthrough, it's still confusing as all hell. Exploration. It's actually not bad, except that it is! The fact that you have to briskly jog across this entire map is bad enough. But between you and the next puzzle is 30 doors. 30 doors that will all have the same animation of opening. I get that it's supposed to be a loading screen, but when I had to watch this animation easily over 100 times, it breaks a man. It puts him down on his knees and kicks him more. And I'm tired of being... Last thing I could really say is about the soundtrack, which is like rolling a 3-sided die for every room you enter. It could either be eerily silent, setting the mood and creepy atmosphere that makes you really feel alone, or it could kick in and really set the tone for tense situations. Or, if you close your eyes and just listen, it can take you back to your middle school recital. Sorry, fellas and ladies, I'm giving it a harsh 2 out of 5 Jill sandwiches. It's great for what it represents and paved the way for many games in the future, but god damn, it's bad. On the bright side, the end credits theme goes hard.